y'all know I watch No Jumper pretty regularly, right? And the No Jumper universe, for those who don't know, I'm just gonna fill y'all in. I'm sure we have No Jumper viewers, and even the No Jumper people will find this video probably. But I'm just gonna fill y'all in because I know y'all not really like apt to it. You know, No Jumper's been running for 10 years. They've been called out for Adam being a culture vulture because a lot of their content is gang,
right? Gang members, pimps,
stuff like that. Yeah. Recently, Adam did an interview with a transgender woman, and he exposed in the interview, at the very end of the interview, he exposed that one of his co-hosts, Housephone, who's been with the company and low-key been building No Jumper, the podcast part, since it started, that they've had a relationship. So he outed his boy. The fuck? Oh, he's just crying. Yeah. He pretty much, Adam22 outed his boy in an interview by releasing an interview with a transgender person that outed him.
Dang.
Yes, bro. That's like me doing that to you, low-key. Like,
why would he do that to him,
like
though?
somebody that he's known him for like 10 years and been building the podcast. It's like me doing it to Shane.
And he told him that in confidence. Yeah, he told him that. And
it wasn't that he told him in confidence. What it was apparently this transgender person left a comment underneath a post that they put out and said something around like ask Housephone about me. And so in Adam's mind, this is what he's telling people. Well, she already kind of put it out in the comments. She kind of outed him in the comments, mind you, but we didn't see it. I wouldn't have saw it. There's a lot of people who wouldn't have saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it wasn't a big thing. It's another level to bring them in for an interview.
And then
mention it again, and then release a podcast.
He completed the circle by saying something.
He completed the circle.
God.
Yeah. So it's one thing. Somebody could be saying anything. Somebody could be saying right now that I'm on the low in the comments of YouTube, but they're not doing interviews, and that's like me bringing them in for an interview just to complete the circle.
So he didn't intentionally
acknowledge it. Yeah.
That he's making it seem like. First of all, it was so disingenuous, honestly, when it was actually happening. He was like, I don't want to people say that I'm being a bad friend, by putting this out. And it was like, what?
Oh,
why are you talking?
And
then at the end of the interview.
Stage for outing?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's kind of nasty, bro.
Why did he do it then?
Pretty much for views and clicks, because at the end, the person that said it, so they did edit a lot of times out of the podcast where they mentioned his name. But they left one, so it doesn't matter if you edit it. It literally doesn't matter if you edit 30 minutes of it out.
Right.
When you left one, it does not matter.
Right.
And it was when his co-host, Adam's co-host, name is Danny Mullen, just a weirdo white dude. You know those condescending white dudes who find offensiveness funny? Like, he has a video on YouTube where he took a shit on the MLK statue monument in Compton. And that's funny to him, shit like that. So this is the type of white boy, and the show that they have is called Sledge Lords. That we were talking about that before.
Yeah.
So at the end of the episode, Danny Mullen says, "Yeah, man, hope he doesn't feel any type of way. We got to get these ratings, Housephone."
Damn.
And that was the part that they kept.
Threw him all the way under the bus.
Right. So this happened maybe 2 weeks ago. Adam cancels the very next No Jumper because he don't want to face Housephone. Housephone comes to the very next Disconnected because Housephone is his own show. This happens on a Monday. Adam cancels Tuesday, or he wasn't there that Tuesday. Housephone comes on Wednesday. He said, "Look, man, I might have got experimental back in my day, but I ain't never sucked no dick or whatever. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm going to keep it clean." So that's what he said.
He took the jail stance on it.
Yeah, right. Essentially, he low-key. Gay in jail. Low-key, I didn't even think about it like that. It's like, I might have been experimental, I dabbled in drugs.
But
whatever.
Yeah,
he owned it.
Behind us.
But he shouldn't have even had to do that. Because there's no reason for your boy that you've been building with for 10 years or 5 to 7 years is bringing somebody on. That's crazy. Like,
right, yeah,
that's
he shouldn't have
like,
made you have to do that.
There's no reason, like, Like, literally, all of us could be doing that. That's not my business unless you tell me.
Yeah.
It's literally not my business. Like, I don't get, like, I don't think generally nobody cares what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's not anybody's business to be running around and throwing assists to somebody to do that to you.
And you said it was kind of at the end of the interview, too?
And it was all through the interview, but the one part that they accidentally forgot to take out was that very last part, which was that quote that I just said.
Got you.
So now, Adam22 has always been accused of being a culture vulture, and I think that's really the conversation I'm trying to have about Adam22 is he's always been accused of having a culture. He's always been accused of being a culture vulture from major platforms like Joe Budden podcast, where he went on there and for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, they're screaming and debating. He's on there screaming and debating with Ice and Ish and stuff like that,
right,
and trying to clear his culture vulture names. But you know, and to be fair, if anytime there's a white man in hip hop, he gonna catch a culture vulture check. He gonna get a culture vulture accusation at least once or twice in your career.
True.
It's literally unavoidable.
In
Even
the
the
industry,
most, even the most honest white person catches one of those.
Catch a stray every now and then.
Catch a culture vulture stray every now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It's a tightrope you're walking there.
But a lot of them, if they're not moving that way, like Mac Miller probably caught a stray, but Mac Miller has never not felt authentic to us. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you're a white person that literally majority of your content is interviewing street people, asking about street politics, and having active gang members and things like that on your channel. That's the difference. That's like when Andrew Callahan from Channel 5 went up there. That was a big moment because he was pressing him, and then he turned that moment and added it to one of his documentaries about the war in Chirac and how. So it was like even Andrew Callahan put a full court press on him,
right?
And his O Block documentary that's on YouTube. So he's had these accusations before.
Adam don't care, man,
and he doesn't care.
He started having sex on camera to make his porn star interviews pop.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty much the end of the bridge. Like that's like where else do you go from
you don't
there,
go
man?
lower.
I
Yeah,
think,
once your dick's on film, dude, it's like it's pretty.
See,
much
the thing with Adam22, I think if he would just, he has to own it to being a piece of shit. I think that's the biggest thing, because a piece of shit and morally compromised and a capitalist. I think that's
morally
what he,
compromised. I think.
Yeah,
I think
that's what he has to own up to, because that's where you come disingenuous off when you press somebody. When he gets pressed. He loves to play stupid.
He's like, I'll platform anybody. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's against my moral religion to delete any content either, let alone me outing somebody who's helped me build this brand for the last 5 to 7 years, outing them and still having the interview up to this day.
Gosh.
A week and a half later. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. And I think a lot of people are really just like, I think if there is a collective to get Adam22 out the paint, it's happening right now. Because he's had controversies and morally wrong things come up and being accused of, but he's weathered the storm, long story short. He's weathered the storm.
Yeah.
You know, he's been accused of being a predator, a pedo. He has forums where he has multiple paragraphs talking about going to another country, Canada, to hook up with a girl that was 16 when he was like 23.
Damn.
You know, there's forums are still out there. Those are going on rotation right now again, just so y'all know. Those are on rotation again. He's just done things that just have people. He's had members of No Jumper leave in waves. Part of the reason No Jumper has generations and time periods is because the people that were attached to those time periods fall out with him. So there's multiple eras. No Jumper probably has 4 eras, I think, or 4 generations of No Jumper, and each of them have different key members in each one. Now, I won't say all of them are directly sparked to a fallout with him.
Right.
Like, some of them just naturally kind of progressed away.
Yeah.
But every time there's one of those moments when the generations switch up and a new regime comes in and holds it down for a couple of years, those people that are from the old generations say things. They never go in, though, but they say things like, I just realized that as much as the big opportunity and how lit my life was being in this universe and sphere, that's not the type of person that I should actually be around.
Damn.
Like, there's people that are just saying things like that, which is kind of deep. You know
so
what
he's
I'm
just
saying?
a known piece of shit.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, it does kind of seem like
And he
That's
just
what
doesn't
it's-
own up to that shit.
He don't own
It's
up
like
to
you
it.
can be a piece of shit and own up to it.
And
then people respect you. You know what I'm saying?
We
He's not
like
he's not an
pieces of
ethical
shit that-
journalist.
We
Yeah.
like if
Yeah.
you said, it's better to just say, look, man, it's better if you just came out and just said, look, man, I don't know how many more examples y'all need, bro. I'll do anything for a fucking click.
Right.
Niggas, you realize you can't get canceled no more?
Right.
Like when you just lean into it that much. Mind you, you're gonna get canceled to a certain demographic, but to be fair, a lot of people have been talking about in the last couple of years, large artists don't go to No Jumper anymore.
Right.
He started with the SoundCloud wave. XXXTentacion is really the interview that put him on a world scale. Because it started with BMX bikes, XX and rappers here and there, but XXXTentacion really expounded him into a worldwide area. And that's like probably one of his biggest interviews. I think it's at like 20 or 25 million views.
Damn.
Because of how big XXX, it's like if Drake went over there, that'd be his next biggest
Right.
one, probably,
Yeah.
you know? But XXX still might be bigger because he passed away.
Yeah.
He's like, not only did he die on the top, he was a martyr and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so, yeah, Adam being a culture vulture is like a really interesting concept because it's funny too because I applied for No Jumper when they were looking for new talent, new on-air talent. So it's like I applied for that shit. The YouTube video is still on the thing. And because No Jumper there's a certain aspect of No Jumper that I do look up to. There's people that people hate, but I do look up to the business structure of it all.
Sure.
So No Jumper is one of them. Vlad TV is one of them, and Joe Budden is also one of them. But mainly, No Jumper and Vlad. And the reason those are the two that I primarily look at as business models is because monetarily they're doing the best out of everybody. So I view when I watch Adam's content and I like No Jumper because I like how they've diversified. The fact that they can't get, I respect how they've transitioned to keep it going. The fact that they can't get, Lil Baby's not going.
Right.
Lil Yachty went in the beginning, but he's never coming back. Like, they're not getting these A-list celebrities, but now they've transitioned into turning their employees into a reality TV show.
Yeah.
I'm tuning in to see a nigga get cursed out. You like,
Yeah.
I don't tune in for hip-hop takes on any level right
Yeah,
now.
to watch Sharp.
On any level.
To watch Sharp pick somebody
I'm
apart.
tuning in to watch Sharp.
Yep.
I'm tuning in to watch Sharp curse some bitches out, some prostitutes and OnlyFans girls out. I'm there to watch Flacco get cursed out by Almighty Suspect, get called a clown. I'm there to watch Gina. I'm there to watch T-Rail. I'm there to watch Duno call everybody a stupid bitch. I'm there to watch AD try to break up every incident that happens every single day. Like, it's literally reality TV that we're watching.
So it's at a point now where they don't even need
Nigga, they're
Lil
talking
Yachty
about
to come back, and they don't need Baby to come no more.
he's transitioning to that. Yeah. But I think what's happening is it's getting a little out of control. Niggas is like low key offering fades up there. Niggas is getting beat up in the office and shit.
It's getting wild in that bitch.
Yeah, like Kelp, like
Which
Almighty.
is good, which is
Kelpie,
even better
yeah,
for
little
it.
Kelpie.
It's
what
good
I'm
for him,
Hell
but
yeah.
Academics brought up a good point because Academics be covering this shit and he's cool with some of the employees that they'll call in on Discord. Academics is like, Academics is the realest shit. He said, I'm calling in to see who's getting shot. He's like,
Facts.
he's like, I want to see a nigga get, he said, I want to see a nigga take off. That's what I want to see.
Facts.
Fuck your hip hop takes. And it's so funny because like Poetic Flacco is so delusional. He's like, no, come on, Ack, you know, we do good interviews. He said, hey, look. Listen, if Adam's not doing the interviews, niggas ain't fucking with y'all.
Damn.
I want to see y'all niggas go to war. And I'm like, it's so fucked up to say, but
Damn.
that shit
But
is
it's
so
kinda true.
real, bro.
But that's what everybody wants.
I could
That's
give a
that's really all he's got left.
I think
Yeah.
so. I could give a fuck less what their hip hop takes are.
Right.
They've never made it.
I was
In the
gonna-
last 2 years, I have not heard a hip hop take from No Jumper that had me like, goddamn, boy, y'all did that shit.
I mean,
Right.
they
Like
don't
at
really,
all, bro, at all.
They don't really. Now that I think about it, they don't really have strong opinions about anything.
They don't, because
That's why they'll platform anybody.
yeah, and on top of that, they're not gonna have strong opinions on anything. It's like everything's too political, and it's just their opinions. They might have strong opinions in terms of the audio at which they're voicing their opinions, but they're not opinions that make you do this though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Not thoughtful.
they're not thoughtful, they're not thought out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this person's dope, whatever. But it's like you haven't said something that made me look at anything from a different perspective in the last year or two.
No, yeah, not
you
at
know
all.
what I'm saying?
It's not like objective journalism in any
No,
way.
not at all. Most of the time, I hear their takes on the hip hop shit, and I don't agree with it. They sound stupid because they're missing they might sound dumb as hell to me because I'm like, there's 2 points that everybody's missing that changes this entire conversation that almost makes this conversation pointless. We can move to the next topic.
Completely agree.
Because it's like, but the fact that y'all don't even know that that's a thing.
Why are you even talking about it?
Why are you even talking about it?
Yeah.
Everybody should know that. So it's like, I'm not getting a lot of that.